All right, guys, if you're just joining us, this is day 2 of the Toyota series on Sam Rayburn and the MLF series, part 2. I split it up because this is where I decided to make a big change. These are things I always do in tournaments. These are things I want to show y'all. These are things that, man, maybe I've always done. I don't know if people do them nowadays, right? Maybe with LiveScope, you don't have to do stuff like this. But if you're not always just using LiveScope and you're fishing in a conventional manner, I'm doing a little bit of both. These are the adjustments you have to make. And so I made a giant adjustment. In fact, it was such a big adjustment that I didn't even have this rigged up. I didn't have the right rod. I didn't have anything prepared for this. And this is something that everyone does on Rayburn. This is something we're used to, but we kind of got away from. I got to remember sometimes, don't get away from a lot of things that work. No. Where did we leave off? I just caught a big one. My biggest one of the day, out there live scoping deep.
That might be a good one. Get the bass.
Huh?
When you get the net and you face this to the back. That might be. Might be a catfish, I don't know.
Come on, bass, be a bass. Come on, be a bass.
Might be a catfish.
Oh, it's a bass, dude. Oh, good job. Yeah, that's good.
I just went and did it for a little bit. I wanted to go check it out real quick. I stopped kind of getting bit on the red eye. I mean, I was getting some bites, but I wasn't getting anything big. I wanted to go see the conditions. The conditions told me to go out there and do this because it was dead calm, sunny, and like I said, it paid off. But here's the deal. I didn't want to go do it the rest of the day. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have. And maybe I would have done a little bit better that day. But I was trying to figure out for tomorrow. I was like, man, I think I can make the cut if I catch a couple more fish. If I figure this out, I think I have a better shot of catching a bigger bag tomorrow because the conditions were going to be different. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to be windy. It was going to be hard to do the live scope thing. So I was like, let's go back up there. I can figure this out. This is what I do. I fish the grass. Go check out my other videos, kind of get caught up, right? There's day 1 out there. There's day 2 in part 1. Go check out those videos. It'll catch you up and see the progression along the way. You know, in one of those videos, some guy commented, hey man, the top 10 were all live scoping. You know, maybe you shouldn't have been fishing in the grass. He's right. Maybe I shouldn't have been. And I practiced live scope the entire practice, just like almost everyone in that tournament did. And there was a lot of guys that didn't figure it out. They didn't figure it out. And guess what? They still did it in the tournament and didn't catch them. I don't have a problem switching. I don't have a problem adjusting. I can't always go for the win. Sometimes I don't know what the win is. I don't know what the win looks like. If I knew how to go catch 27 pounds, I would have been doing it. So would have everyone else in the tournament. But at some point in time, I'm like, man, I have to go for the biggest bag I can catch. Not that a win. In practice, I went for the biggest bag to win. That's how I practiced. But that doesn't mean I was going to figure it out. So in the tournament, I'm just now going after the biggest bag I can catch. And if that's 14, 15, 16, 17 pounds, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in the check range, because guess what? You can't win a tournament if you're not catching at least somewhat bigger fish. And at least this way, I am catching a little bit bigger fish, and I know a way to do it. So yes, I understand that there's sometimes a pattern is out there, but you know, those 10 guys figured it out while the other 100 and something guys didn't. I'm just trying to make my adjustment and catch the biggest bag I can catch, or I think I can catch, or know how to catch. So I'm going back in the grass, and I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to figure this thing out. So I get back in there, and I'm thinking to myself, nothing seems right. When it's sunny and calm like this, I have no problem throwing the hybrid hunter. I did it yesterday. but it was different grass. It looked different. It was a different way to fish. Like I said, I might go into my fish tips video. I'll go into more of that in that video I'm doing with them. But for right here, I'm like, man, this looks like Carolina rig stuff. It looks like Carolina rig stuff. And normally, I'm a Carolina rig guy. Y'all know me. I throw a Carolina rig all the time, deep, shallow, everything. I just didn't plan on doing it in this event at all. So much so that I didn't even bring a Carolina rig rod. And I was like, well, I got this other rod. I can make it work for the time being and at least just try it out. So now here I am digging out my Carolina rig stuff, rigging up a rod to throw a Carolina rig. I went back to where we had gotten a bite on a red eye. We had, my Colleen Bear caught one there too. And it just, I'd seen a fish on live scope kind of swimming in the area, kind of out from the grass. And it just made sense to me. I kind of know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a certain type of grass growing a certain type of way down a bank that has a transition of some sort. And that's really what I found. So I was like, I'm starting there. And literally when I start there, within the first couple casts, I catch one.
There you go.
It was a fairly big one. It was a 3-pounder. I'm sitting here going, okay, I got it. I'm ready to go. If you see me, I was kind of backing away from the bank because the wind, even though there was a 1 or 2 mile an hour wind, it was pushing me up on the bank. So I was trying to get off the bank, stay off of them. No reason putting a bunch of pressure on them. So I got away from the bank and set back up, had to cold a little bit, and now I'm ready, like, let's throw a Carolina rig here. I'm gonna milk this spot. I'm gonna milk this spot, then I'm gonna go searching. I think I've got one other spot to go find, but then I'm gonna go searching. So I catch a couple fish there and I move on. This is now in search mode. I'll use a Carolina rig to search, and now I'm just kind of going around, because even though some of that grass isn't exactly great for a red eye either, so sometimes Carolina rig fish or Carolina rig grass that I'm looking for isn't really good grass for a lot of other baits. So I kind of go around. I did catch this other fish right here. it was so close to a non-keeper fish that I caught on a red eye.
Isn't that?
Right? So things are starting to pop up like, okay, anywhere I got bit, seems like I can go throw a Carolina rig there and catch one. And it seems every time I catch one on a Carolina rig, they're bigger. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. I've got one other spot where I caught, remember when I caught 2 or 3? Right? I caught 2 or 3 in a row real quick.
Isn't that?
Nope.
Huh?
No.
Let's go right there. I think I'm gonna catch them right there. So I get right there. I mean, I already basically have my waypoint from where I caught them with the red eye. And I only moved probably maybe 20 yards from there at the most, maybe 10 yards. Got my line up, started catching them, getting bites. I didn't put all of them in there. I caught a couple small ones in there too, but I did catch another 3-pounder.
I tied that half ounce on last night. I'm thinking, man, if he gets around any of that damn hay grass, might be able to catch 1 or 2. What you got going on? Good one on over there. Isn't that, bud?
No. It's gonna cold though.
Gonna call?
Yeah, big time. Oh, maybe a net.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I need one like that.
So now I'm going, man, I just culled 2 more times. I think I'm in the cut. I think I have at least as much as I had yesterday. And I have a bigger one. And usually when I fish this way, if you start culling, I don't really pay attention to how big they are. I just know sometimes when you cull a lot, you have a little bit bigger bag than what you think. And I've been culling. I culled a couple out deep. I came up in here, culled some more, and I'm going, okay. So I was kind of shocked when I had well over 15. I had 15 pounds, 10 ounces, moved from 29th place to 22nd. So I made the cut, but now here's the deal. I think I know what I'm gonna go do tomorrow, but I'm not ready to go do this. Remember, I practiced the entire time, almost out deep and live scoping. And like I said, caught tons of fish, caught some big ones here and there, just didn't consistently do it enough to where I felt like I knew what was going on. I didn't feel comfortable out there enough thinking I could consistently catch enough to do good. So I was like, all right, I gotta go home. Now I live in over an hour and something away, so I had to drive home, and I got home, got in my shop, I rigged up some stuff. I definitely was gonna get 2 Carolina rigs rigged up. So I got those rigged up. I got another red eye rigged up because I only had one. I got some more hybrid hunters because I didn't know what I was gonna do with them. And I got 2 other baits. They're the same bait, just different sizes. I'm not gonna tell you what those are yet. Look, I don't even know. I don't even throw this bait that much, not because it doesn't work, but because I rely so heavily on my hybrid hunter. But this is different grass, it looks different, and the fish are acting different. They're cold. They're cold, and it's gonna be cloudy tomorrow. It's gonna be windy. I just had an idea. The grass is a little bit deep. I said, let's tie this bait on. 2 different sizes, 2 different colors. Don't know which one I'm gonna throw. I just have a feeling. Guys, this is, I'm gonna say it again. This is fishing. This is what I love about fishing. So I'm gonna go tie those on, get ready, and I think day three I'm gonna catch them. Like, I'm more jacked about day 3 than day 1. I can only go up from here, right? I'm so close to just the bottom cut that I can take chances. So I know what I'm gonna do most of the day, but the morning time, I still have that spot, the spot that I found in practice. Now I went to it on day 1 and they weren't there, but they were big ones. It was the only spot I was excited about. They were big ones. When I found them in practice, I'm gonna go there right off the bat in the morning and take my chances. I'm gonna go gamble, and I'm gonna go, okay, it's a little bit of a drive, but I'm gonna make that run. It's away from everywhere else I want to fish. I'm gonna go see what I can do, and I think it's gonna work out. All right, stay tuned for tomorrow for day 3 of the Toyota series on Sam Rayburn. See you guys.
You do better today?
There
you go.
Exactly right.
Well, that'll help.
That helps. Laugh, huh?
Just laugh, huh?
Yeah.